Good morning, friends. Welcome to the Crafty Bunch Monday Crafter's Choice event. I am Cheryl with Mama P's Crafty Creations, and I'm excited to kick it off today. We are working our way toward the ends of our Monopoly Monday project. So today we're going to make one more element to go in our book, and then we're going to be ready to put all of those elements together and call this project complete. And it has been so fun and such a creative stretch to take an item, in this case, the old Monopoly board game that I picked up at my local thrift store for $3. And with trying to use as little additional, hey, Miss Dana Graham, and Jenny, hi, as little additional materials as possible, we've taken that game, hey, Terry, and we are creating Patty, good morning. Good morning. Hey, Debbie. Hi. I'm so glad you guys could be here. I hope your Labor Day is free of labor. That's what I got to say. Hey, Kathy, good morning to you. And Angela, awesome. So we are nearing the end because I'm ready. You know, you work on a project and you work on it, and then you get a point where you're just ready to finish that project. And I've kind of arrived there here with this. I have loved every minute. But I'm ready now. I've got a list of things I want to start making again. So that's my goal today. We're going to make one more element. We made our book. Last week we did our cover. I got our dangles attached. Look at this. I fed it through and just looped it on the little doggy piece that we wanted to use. Hi, Jody. Hey, Dolores. And so that's what's holding those in there. The weight of the dangle holds the cords tight enough. Hey, Laura, good morning. Thank you for sprinkling me over into the Crafty Bunch. I'm so glad to be here. Jenny, thank you. It's a 3-minute makeup job, but I look a wreck. I tell you what, I got some red splotches going on. Girl, this aging is for the birds. For the birds, I tell you. So I got our tassel attached, and I think that's super fun because I really wanted the dog. And so now we have our little dog game piece just tied in there. To hold that all together. So I'm loving that. I love our cover. And I tell you, let me just confess, you see the sun hitting my shoulder here. Up until 5 minutes ago, I was set up right here at my table and the sun came in. And I quickly moved everything down the table and I'm a little bit disorganized now. Not that that is any surprise. I'm always a little disorganized. But another thing I did do this week is I went through and I cut up everything I could salvage out of the box, okay? And I have these two Monopoly things. Thank you guys for sprinkling me. I so appreciate y'all. I so do. So we have the black and white, or we have the red. And I want to add it. Let me turn this around here for you guys. I know it's backwards. I am backwards. I can't figure it out. But I wanted to add the game name to our cover. I think right across the bottom because I don't want to cover up anything else. Hi, Marge. Good morning. Good morning. So we have the red one, and it has a little bit of tape damage. I just want you to see that from where the box had been taped together. Or we have the black and white one that go across here. Tell me which one you guys prefer for the cover because I want to use the other one inside. So you prefer the white or the red for our word piece? Or does it matter to you? I'm not sure. Hey, Sydney, how are you? You like the red? I'm kind of liking the red, Susan. I feel like the white and black may get lost a little bit, but I love the guy. You know, I love having him stick out kind of 3D. All right, I'm seeing red votes. Good deal. Laura likes the black and white. Whatever we choose, we cannot go wrong because the other piece is going to go inside, so we're not going to lose it. Oh, you guys just evened it up. You just evened it up. All right, so you guys are as torn as I am. I'm seeing a few more reds. I'm going to choose red for the cover, and I just know that, so I want to set this one aside so I don't do it. I'm going to go ahead and glue this on right now so I don't forget. And I'm going to leave it a little raggedy. I want you to see that it still has kind of the torn edges. And I kind of like that. And we're doing that. This whole project is like that, right? Somebody loved this Monopoly game. And so we're trying to keep a little bit of that spirit of the game there. All right, and I'm just gonna hold that down. I will probably have to come back and hit it again with some more glue, but this will just kind of get it secured. Okay, so last week we also did our inside covers. So we put this cute little pocket on the inside cover. You just picked up a Monopoly game. Well, I'm gonna encourage you to tear it up. I'm gonna just encourage you to do that. So we did the inside covers, and then we also did our back cover last time, and we just took this big piece of the instructions and we created a belly band with it. I don't have anything really planned for the belly band yet, but you just see we're going to slide some things in there. Hi, hello. I'm so glad you guys are here. It is, I feel like a new woman. I slept last night. Do you guys sleep well? Sleeping has become a nemesis, and another joy of my aging process. I just don't sleep as well as I used to. And last night I slept. Man, and when you wake up and you've actually slept, it's like, yes, bring it on. Bring that day on. So today's the Crafty Bunch. I don't want to get any further down. I want to remind you, yes, I do have pulled pork left, that Creating It Vintage by Kim, a fairly new Crafty Buncher, is on right after me. So give her a look. The Crafty Bunch is full of fun, younger pages, a lot of them, and it's super exciting to get to meet new people and see new things. So hang around and give her some time. Hey, Laura, I'm so sorry. It tends to stack up on me too. I'll have one bad night and then it turns into 3 or 4 bad nights. And then I feel kind of like a zombie who's running on coffee alone. And I run on coffee anyway. You're on your way back from the lake. Hope it was a good time. Good. I have used this Monopoly board. I saw somebody said they just cut it in half and they're getting ready to go. I have used the pieces of this Monopoly board in several projects you'll be seeing over the next few days too. So it's, game boards are great crafting material. They are as heavy as the heaviest chipboard. And a lot of times you can pick up games at yard sales for $1 or $2. So we might as well, right? Okay, so we're ready to finish up the last bits of our decorative work, and then we are ready to put it all together. I am not finishing the edges of my board. I'm leaving it because it's clearly a game board. If you want to finish them, just take some more of your fabric that you used to cover it and then just glue it down. You can use washi tape with some extra adhesive on it. I planned mine where I had a finished edge here. And I also kept a finished edge at the bottom, but I'm going to leave mine. That's a decision you'll have to make. You can also simply take a Sharpie marker in a coordinating color and color it or ink it. Hey, Tanya, welcome. And ink that so it kind of fades in, okay? But for me, I'm going to leave it. Okay, I always like to use paper clips to attach things in my journals. It's just kind of a way that I like to do it. And so I thought today we might make a few what they call hidden paper clips. It's nothing new, certainly nothing new, but I don't think I've ever done them. Good evening to you. So that's what I think we'll work on today. And then these will be ready to clip right into our book. And Carol, welcome to you. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you enjoy it and hang around. I like to tell everybody that you're always welcome at Mama P's place. We cook, we craft, we chat, and we build a community. And we invite you to be part of that community. Our doors are open. Our doors are open. So all a hidden paper clip is something like this. And you can't see the paper clip. That's all it means. That's really all it means. Hi, Terry. So let's not get hung up thinking they're fancy or difficult. They're not. It just means that this piece of the paper clip is functional to go in my book, right? I can just slide it onto the page, but on the attached piece, you don't really see it. So let's make a few of these with some more pieces. We already have some great little goodies that we've made in other Monopoly Monday sessions, and those are ready to go. And I have pulled out some Monopoly money. I have all of my pieces here. I pulled out some green stamps. I think that kind of reminds me of Monopoly a little bit. And I just dug through an ephemera pack that I had, and I grabbed some old advertising looking pieces because I thought all of those would go in that idea. Okay, so that's what we're working with. You don't have to add anything to your Monopoly game to do this. You could very easily create these with the money and the chance cards. And so let's start with one that's just Monopoly. Okay, and then we'll go. Yeah, so we had our roasted pulled pork yesterday in sandwiches. So we just heated it up and everybody made their own sandwich. We had chips and coleslaw. And I have a ton of it left that we'll be eating on throughout the week. I really love to have it in my fridge because everybody likes it and you can make an assortment of things with it. Okay, so if we're gonna do one that's just Monopoly, we're gonna use either a chance or a community chest card. So I'm just gonna grab a chance card and I wanna choose a piece of money that I kinda like with it. Yeah, I will. I'm going to make one here, and so we'll catch it together. And I'll do green money just because I think it'll really stand out. Okay? So here is just my Monopoly money, right? Good afternoon to you. So I'm going to just take my paper clip. I like to take my skinny piece that I want to hide because it's just easy. Okay? So I just clipped it on, right? And I'm just going to fold it over. All right, so let me do it backwards. I'm folding my Monopoly money right like this. I want to attach my paper clip to the flap. Okay, so I put the small side on the back, and then when I fold it under, this is the front. And you don't see the paper clip. Thank you, Miss Terry. You don't see the paper clip, but it's here. And then you can just slide that on a page in your book. But over here, it doesn't show. Does that make sense? I think it does. And you can do that with anything, pieces of paper or whatever. And you just put your paper clip in there, and then you just glue this down. That's all it is. All right, Carol, come on back, girl. So you just put some glue, and you can glue right over that paper clip. You can use some double-sided tape. It doesn't matter because this inside piece of the paper clip, you're not going to use it, okay? And it looks like that. You can also make these and not have the paper clip immediately available. You can just fold something over at the top that you can slide the paper clip in, okay? So this is ours. You don't see the little paper clip. If you wanted to, you could hang a little something. If you wanted to make a little dangly dangle on it, you could do that. And then you're just decorating. You're just layering and creating whatever you would like. Let me clear a little space here. And so I'm just going to take my chance card and I'm just going to put a nice piece of glue just at the top in this case because I kind of like I like it to flop just a little bit across. I'm so glad you're here. So glad you're here. Okay. So there we go. That's simple. Now that's a 2-piece, right? Then you just decide how far do you want to go? And what do you want to do? Do you want to stop? That's always the first question. Am I satisfied? Do I want to stop? And if that answer is yes, perfect. Nobody else decides when it's done. It's your game. It's your idea, right? But since we're playing with the Monopoly stuff, let's not stop. So let's say then on top of this, you might want to just make a little decorative piece to put there. Maybe we just want to cut out. Sure, I just said cut out and I don't see a pair of scissors. Oh, found them. Thank goodness. Maybe we just want to take one of our little monies here and just cut the $100 circle out of there. I'm a fancy cutter. I'm one of the world's worst cutters. When I used to teach vacation Bible school and stuff at church, you'd get the kit with all the fun stuff. I had a lady at church that always volunteered to cut mine apart. That's how bad I am. And then you just decide, do I want that on there? Do I like it? Do I want to adjust it? I kind of like it like that. I think that's a little cute. Let me straighten up my fold. I'm not really loving the wonky fold right there. All right, so I just like this as a little topper, so to speak. Now be mindful, you don't want to mess up your paper clip that's back here, right? But you can tuck something in it. And then I just really think that's cute. And so I'm just going to glue that down. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue behind it. And I'm going to just glue it down. Okay? We just made a hidden paper clip. Now you take that idea and you can take anything you have and you can have fun, fun, fun. And I love doing paper clips for my journals because you never know where you're going to wish you had a little something, something, right? And it's totally movable. So if this book finds a new home someday, whoever has that book might want to move that, and they can, right? It's totally adjustable. So this one is made with just Monopoly, 3 pieces of Monopoly. You could take anything from the game or whatever you wanted and go to town with a hidden paperclip. And I love them. I love them. Okay. So now that we have that, let's look at what else we could do to make some hidden paper clips. I saved all these pieces from our game board, including our red Monopoly. Hey, Sandra, welcome to you. I'm so glad to see you guys this morning. I am doing this live, and the minute we get done, I'm hopping in the car to take my oldest son to the airport, and then my dearest friend from down home is driving through, and she's going to be here when I get back from the airport. I am so excited. I'm excited. Would you do it the same way with lace? Yep, I sure would. I sure would. I would make, you want something, I mean, the whole idea is, right, is it hidden paper clip? So if you were just doing lace, I would put the lace over top. I don't have a piece sitting here, of course. I would put the lace over a piece of paper. Does that make sense? And then put it on there. Okay. Now, if you, another funny idea, it's not funny, it works great. Of course, I pile stuff up, are these things. Do you guys have these at your house? I have these at my house because this piece of hair drives me nuts. And so I tuck them back. This is a bobby pin, a good old fashioned bobby pin, call them whatever you want to call them. Or for cardstock, yes, Terry. And it's awesome because whatever's behind that lace is going to show through. So it's a great place to use a really cute spot. So you can do the exact same thing with a bobby pin. And the plus of a bobby pin, let me get rid of that, is that it's tiny. So you don't need a very big thing to hold this in. Okay, so I said that I'm going to set aside because I want to do this Monopoly piece. Okay, so this is a thick piece of cardstock here. This is a piece of the box that our game came in, but I want to use it because I love it, right? So let's make a hidden paper clip with this. Now look, my paper clip is too big, so I want to hide it, right? So I just need to put this Monopoly thing on top of something else that hides it. Here's one, a little piece of money I just folded over, and there's a bobby pin. Okay, now I'm going to use a paper clip for this because the cardstock is a little heavier, and I just want to feel good about it being safe. So I'm just taking another piece of the money, and I am folding it over. You could use your cards, right? Now, and I also like the bigger than average paper clips, but you don't have to use them. These are the, what do they call them in your office supply store? But this is not a standard. A standard paper clip is smaller. This was all I could find of them this morning. Oh my gosh, your washer. My husband is doing laundry because we had a bunch of blankets just laying around, and I don't really like that. Okay, so this is a standard office paper clip, and this is the kind I usually use. That's really hard to see. And that's just because these, I have an easier time getting my hands to work with this size than this size, but this size definitely works. You use whatever you have or whatever fits your project or your particular piece, okay? So I'm just gonna, let's take one of these chance cards this time. Oh, look, they're hugging. That's super sweet. I can't use that one. Let's get this one, he's digging. I probably want to use that hug somewhere. So I'm just going to fold my community chest card over like this, right? This is going to be my flap. And I'm going to take that bigger side, either side, doesn't matter, of the paper clip, and I'm going to put it on the back side of the folds, and I'm just going to glue it down. Okay? And I'm going to hold it a second because, you know, this is heavier. Hi, Kathy. How are you? How are you? I'm so glad to see you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I missed you guys this weekend. I have a list of like 6 projects I want to make. 6. And I just could not get sat down the last few days to get them started, completed, anything. So I have missed you all. Okay, so now I've got that pressed down, see, and my paper clip is enclosed. Now, you can glue it completely down or you don't. Hey, Katana, I'm doing okay. I feel pretty good today. I actually slept last night and I got some extra sleep. Sleep is a beautiful thing. And now I just want to attach this long Monopoly thing, which is what I wanted this whole time, to that. Can you make them big and fancy? Yes. So look at this. We could stick this giant thing. I don't even know. This was in that big pack of ephemera that I got, but it's super fun. We could put this on here like a ribbon. And then, wow, I got that upside down and backwards in every possible direction. And then that. Let's do that. That looks fun. Trying to see if I work here. Can y'all see? So I'm just going to put some glue here on top of my digger guy. We're going to cover him now. That's why we had to save the hug, right? And then I'm just going to put this on here. Okay. So I've just glued that on. Now my paper clip is right here at the top. One other thing to think of, if you're going to glue your paper clip completely down, be mindful of which direction it goes in, right? So if my book was open, I don't want to show you my messy craft paper. It will depend on which side they go in. So just give it a thought. I try to make some going each direction, but I really default to this direction. So just be mindful. If you don't glue your paper clip down, this one is not glued in, so you could move it and slip it. I just made a little pocket for it right there. Okay? Hey Sue, how are you? Now let's get this Monopoly thing down, and I can glue pretty good about this far. So I'm just gonna glue it on there. So the only thing we've added here is one old piece of book page. It's the only thing we've added to our thing. Hey, Miss Debbie, how are you guys? It is a big week. It is a big week around here. I'm so excited looking ahead, but tomorrow is the Memory-Dex event. The Crafty Bunch and Miss Jimmy Lou and Guided Creations are working together, and I'm so thrilled to be a part of that. I have got some Memory-Dex stuff pulled out. It's one of the things I wanted to play with and didn't get to it this week, so I'm super excited about that. You guys are going to want to see that, and you're going to love Memory-Dex. Will you give us our partner? I will close the September swap tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 5th. So if you would like to be part of our swap for September, we're doing a single pocket letter pouch. Of course, I moved them, which is this, which is a sweet little gift that will all fit inside of a single card pouch. It will close tomorrow, is the 5th. I'm going to hopefully get the list typed up, and then we got to figure I get it to you. So my goal is to have it to you by the 10th. I'll get it before that, and that you would mail by the 15th. So go ahead and make your stuff, and then you're just waiting for me, which is a perpetual thing. Okay, so here we've got our Monopoly on there, and then we decide, are we done? I don't know, are we? If we're done, we're done, and that's awesome. But if we're not, I'm just looking for something little. We might just want to put a little something right at the top here. How about a ticket? I don't know, tickets are always fun. I think that would be just a super topper, and then it will hang right on. What do you think? Is that all right? I like it. Like we could do it off the side maybe. I like that too. I am so surprised and excited about the response. You guys, we have like 50 ladies that want to do an exchange. And so I'm super excited about that. Talk about building community. How awesome is that? I am so excited about that. All right, so we could do the ticket. We could do the other piece of the ticket coming down the same way if we wanted to. There are tickets. We put them wherever I want it. You got them almost done. Ah, my gosh. So you will get one person in the swap to send to, but you will also, everyone in the swap will be on the, in the data thing, the list, you know, that thing that I'll send out. And so if you want to bless somebody else, that is on you, and you are certainly welcome to. Okay, so I love this. I'm wishing, as I'm sitting here, that I had one little piece, because you know, you get going, and then you wish you had one more thing, right? So I'm going to just snip out the word refund, or maybe income tax, but refund sounds better than income tax. But let's clip that while we're here. And then let's just refund. I like refund. Refund it is. So I'm just going to clip that and put a little glue on it. Okay, so again, we added one little ticket and one little piece of paper, and everything else that we built our hidden paper clip on is part of our game. We've used the board, we've used the pieces, we've used the box, we've used the instructions. I think we have used about everything that is a part of our Monopoly game. That's exciting to me. So there we go, there's one more. Now, let's do another one. And I want to use one of these coin envelopes, okay? And so it opens just like this, right? And would close like this. I want to access the pocket. So I'm going to fold my little flap over to the front so that I have my pocket to access. And then I'm going to put my paper clip in here. Okay? Just like this. So it's on the flap, just on the flap on my envelope. And then I'm going to close it this way and it's ready to slide in. Okay? Then we have the pocket here at the top, so we can fill our pocket with something and we can decorate it. Just a different thing to do with a hidden paper clip. So I'm just putting some glue kind of all over that flap and folding it over. You could do this with any kind of envelope. You know, I sent you the template last week in Telegram for the little pouchy envelopes we've been using from the Dollar General, and you could do the same thing. If you get a hold of one and get it out of the package, you could do the same thing with one of those. So you would have this, but you do have this sweet little flap to fold under. It's real tiny, so this is the perfect place for your bobby pin, right? If you have a bob pin, just slide it right there at the top. Hi, Amanda, I'm doing good, how are you? So now I've just slid my little bob pin there, and it's just small enough that you won't see it. And then let's glue that flap down. If we're gonna make one, we might as well make two at a time, right? So now we have two that are, this is the back that you attach to your book, and then we have these as the front, and then we can decorate and fill for whatever we have. So I've got a bunch of the little advertising ephemera, which I thought was really fun. And I love this. Look at this. This is a Norris Hardware and Seed Company, dated May 28, 1941, from the Farmers Bank and Trust. And they paid the Red Spot Paint and Varnish Company $105.07. But can you see? Yes, I will check my messages. It'll be a little later today. You see the holes? This is actual check that's been run through the bank. I love this. I don't want to hide too much of it. I want to appreciate it front and back. But I think we could consider it, although it could be too long. We have some fun orange. I love these little things. I just picked out the ones that were products. And I tried to grab some that had some color because I don't want us to get to where it looks just a little bit boring, maybe. Okay, so we've got our funny little fainted guy here. Let me just trim him out in my very sloppy trimming motion. I think we'll want to use him on one. Okay, and then let's just see what we have of these that might work. I should have thought about one that's maybe a little smaller. What about this? Butterscotch, English Premium Butterscotch. Sounds fun. Let's just glue that here. And then we're just covering now what originally was the back of the envelope, because we turned it backwards. We don't turn that backwards. My word. Okay, I don't want to glue my pocket closed. Okay, so now we have, hey, there's another Cheryl in the house. Hello, hello. Gonna run you anything from the store. That's okay. I'll be alive and replay for a long, long time. So then let's just grab some of our cash here. Different colors for variety. Just 3. And if I remember right, these fit in here. If I remember wrong, they don't. No, they're a perfect fit. So then this comes out of the top of our little pocket on our hidden paperclip pocket. Thanks, Tammy. Then we have our little covering here. And then this guy priced the butterscotch and he fainted maybe. So we could put that there. I also saved like this off of the box. Ooh, I cut it really, really crooked. Let me straighten that up just a hair. Okay. So we could add this so we have the touch of our game on it. So I'm just gluing this down right here at the top. Okay. And then we could even just have him kind of just barely attached at the bottom there. And I kind of like that idea. Put a little glue there. And we don't want to cover too much of it. We want to see everything. But I don't know if you, so it's lifted up because of the piece. So it gives it a little 3D thing. So that's fun. I like that. I'm happy with that. So we've got our little money in there. The community chest cards fit in there. You could stick in another little piece of the advertising stuff, whatever fits in our pocket. But now we have our pocket. Okay, and then let's do this one on the bobby pin. Well, you know, you can always get another Monopoly board. And some of the themed ones, I think, would be a great way to personalize your project. Have you seen those? They have them for everything. Every activity, every state, every university, every little town has their themed Monopoly. My youngest daughter is an absolute fanatic of the Black Panther movies. Fanatical. And somebody gave her a Monopoly game that is Black Panther themed. And how fun would that be? Something that she would love. And you know, most of them that you find at your shops, they may not be complete. So this is something you can still really enjoy with those. Okay, I love this for some color. Hi, Brenda, how are you? So let's glue this one on here to get a color base started. And we're gonna do the same thing we did before. We're just gonna fill and decorate our little envelope here. This one opens up here. Okay, so let me grab a few more. We got enough Monopoly money. I mean, if we had enough projects to use Monopoly money for, I don't think we could ever run out. Just saying, I don't think we could. How fun would these be though for a little, just little gifts too. I love to give a hidden gift. I don't know if you guys do that. I love to do that. I know, fighting, and it just takes a long time to play. I lack patience for games like that. Okay, so now we just have our little 3 monies up here. I love these two because they're blank on the back. So when you pull these out, if you really want to use a journal, and you should really use your journal, you could write on the plain backs here. And I love that about them. Okay, so now we have that. And maybe this is a good spot for, I don't think we've used one of our, oh look, he's got beautiful flowers in his hand. That's kind of fun. And then let's just connect it right here. Okay? So we're just gonna put it on right there. You could staple this, you could do any number of things to attach these, but we are just about there. I know it's hard to believe because you haven't seen me put anything in the book, and I don't usually do them this way, but I have really enjoyed making the book cover and then working on all the little pieces with you guys. So we just glued that right across the top. Nothing fancy. And I saved this to make a tag out of. And so I want to do that today too. So we'll get this finished. That's also off the top of the box, right? All right. So we've got this, and then maybe just a little something. Let's find another word out of our Monopoly game. Maybe we need the chance word since we have a community chest card. So let's just cut chance. If you're a word crafter, I love, love, love words. What a great thing too, that Monopoly has so many. Lots and lots. My son just pulled in. So excited. He's headed on a grand adventure. Okay, where do we want to put it? Should have thought about that before you slap the glue on it, hey? Right there. Okay, so there is our other finished pocket. Now, we've been here 32 minutes together, maybe 35, I don't know, and we have made 4, 3, at least 3. They're sitting right here that I see that I haven't piled stuff on, 3 or 4 of our hidden paper clips. Just that easy. I know there's 4 because there's another one. But, can you see this? This is only a small snippet of what you can see. So we have these to add to our pile of completed things. Now, this was off of the box, okay? And when I cut it and I know it does, Kathy, it goes really quick. When I cut the dice, it wanted to bend. So I just took another scrap piece of the box lid, and this is just for sturdy, okay? So I'm gonna grab my heavy duty hole puncher. My dog's really excited to see my son too. All right, and I'm gonna put my hole here because I want it on where it's thickened up. Or maybe, I don't know, I think I want it right there. A little further down. I want it to hold, okay? So I'm just punching a little hole right there. And then we just find something that we want to feed onto there. I've got a few things sitting here. I've got some lace. I have some little delicate ribbon. Nothing that screams Monopoly, but hey, I don't know. Is there a place where lace isn't good? No, there is not. Everything needs a bit, right? Okay, so let me find the end of this thing, so I'll twist it up. There we go. So we're just going to take a section, a little bit of our lace, and I'm going to put it through and just tie it on is all I'm going to do with this. There were several pieces though in your box that were totally salvageable this way. Oh yeah, I haven't used a property card today. Where are they? I know they're here somewhere. I don't know. It's here. So I'm just tying it in a knot. It's going to go every which way because you saw this lace has been in a bundle in my stash, but we're just going to attach that as the tag. And then we have some spaces here, right, where we have some blank area. So what a great place to add a little something. I think we got to use our little huggy guys because isn't that sweet? Not always what you would associate with Monopoly maybe, but let's just cut that out nice and square. And we'll just add that on here, or maybe down here. Maybe not at all, I don't know. Now that I move it around, I'm not so sure. What do you think? I'm not crazy about it. I don't know. It needs to sit there. Okay, so tags out of the box is an excellent idea. And we're gonna have some big room here in our cover because we have this great big belly band, remember? So we're gonna need some larger elements to kind of not get lost totally in that. And it'll be fun because that'll hang out. So opposite corner of the dice. Oh, maybe up here? That's a great idea. Yeah, I don't know, can't find the right one, all right? Okay, so we've got about, I don't know, we have a few minutes left together. Let's start looking at where we want to put these things in here. As I very gingerly make a big pile here. And see what else we might want to add. Because we've made a lot of things, now we need to see where we're going to use a lot of the things. So we open it up. I do love this, just having the newspaper. So I'm happy to leave that here. But this is a great spot right here for one of our, well, it's not, it's on the wrong side. Remember I told you, you got to think about where your paper clip goes in. Let's see, I'm looking at everything now. Turn it around. Let's take this one is right. So see, my paper clip comes here. So all I have to do is pick up the page I want it on and slide it on. Okay, all right. So this then is attached to our page right here, all right, and still leaves this great little area. Now when we turn this over, we can see the back of our bobby pin, all right, and you may or may not want to see the back side of your bobby pin, and it doesn't matter, it's perfectly fine, but it gives us a really easy spot for another little decoration. So since I seem to be rich in the money department today, we can just glue this little piece of money here in the corner. You can glue it all the way down, up. You can make a little belly band out of it. You can hide your paper clip area or bob pin area or not. This will just keep it from catching on all the other pages, okay? So There we've covered the back of it, and there we just have our little clipped in piece right there, okay? Wow, we've got a lot of pages in this book, so we gotta think, because we're not gonna be able to put stuff on all of them. We'll be crushed, okay? Let's see, this one no, I did not. So I think, if I did it right, I may not have done it right. Y'all know I may not have done it right, right? I should be able to slide it in here without tearing it up too bad. There we go. So I just moved it to the other side so I could also clip it on. So there's one of our paper clips that comes in here. This was our resume paper, which is a good fit. And then the same thing, we have our paper clip here on the back that we may want to cover with something. So you just look and see what you have. Or if you don't, you know, you don't have to. They're perfectly fine, but you can, ooh, that's a sticker. I wonder what it was stuck to. So that had some sticky tape on it. We'll just take advantage, put it on there. We have our little graph paper, and then we have our heavy craft paper, but then we have this gigantic thing here, remember, with all the layers we made. And then we have our money, which makes me happy just the way it is. And then what about down here, if we take one of our community chest cards, and let's just, because this money sits here, so let's just put this down here and make a little tuck pocket that we can hide some things in. So I'm just gluing across the bottom and up the two sides, and I'm just going to put it down here at the bottom corner. Give it a little smush. Now, I always forget when I make a tuck spot, so I have to tuck something in it. Hey, Miss Rissa. That's my friend that's on my way. Okay. This is a blank. This is our shorthand page. I'm going to leave this side blank as well. It's just a choice. I like blank spaces in my books. Some designers do not. They want to fill every page. God bless them. I'm all for it. I like some blank spots. So that's just me. All right, so let's see what else we have here. So we have this fun little bundle of goodies, pieces and parts that we just put together with the little bulb pin. Remember that? So we can just bulb pin that, but I want a heavy piece of paper because it's a little heavy. So we're just gonna undo our little bulb pin, and we're just gonna come a little closer to the inside edge here. And we're just gonna poke it through. Okay. And if you get all your fingers to work well, it'll be good. Okay, so then we've just clipped that right in there. And it'll just spin around and be there, and it'll be easy to see and flip. It adds a little bit up here because we have the green hanging out. I like that. Okay, let's go back here a little bit. Now, my big fear when I get to this point of the journal and I've made all these things is that I haven't made near enough, right? Because you want it to all be great and fabulous. All right, so we used at the bottom of, where'd we put that little card pocket? It was an orange. Let's take one of the yellow, the community chest, and let's just make a little tuck spot out of it, okay? And a tuck spot just means it's not a hole that you put something in, it's just something you can clip under. And you can glue two sides, you know how all that works, right? You can do it. We could also just take something fun like this card. Let's just look. We could just kind of fold it in half like this, and we could just make a big old tab that sticks out. And I'm kind of liking that idea. Let's do that with this. So I'm just putting glue where it's going to touch the paper. You can glue the whole thing. I mean, it's just going to stick to itself. So that doesn't matter too much. All right, so we're just going to squeeze that on there. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we're just squeezing that together. All right, and then we just took one of our cards, and now we've made a cute little tab. Oops, and I glued it to the wrong page. Thank goodness it was not fast glue. Now, it's just glued to one page, right? But now I gotta remember I got stickum here. So something is going there. Something fabulous is gonna go there and cover my mistake. So let's take our fancy, fancy, big old covered paper clip we just made. let's use that right there. So we slide it on. This works well. We have room here in the lines. Hi, Eileen, how are you? And then we have this. So this makes this page really special because we've added the two things on here, right? Good with that. Oh, that's half of it. That's half of it. Now we have these special deli bags that I have had for a while, and this is where we just fill that up. Just take some pieces that you've got left, whatever you have left, and put them in there. Let's see what's in here. I think that's all. Look at all the Monopoly money. I tell you what, you would be making forever. Okay, guys, we're down to our last couple of minutes. Today is a Crafty Bunch day, so hang on and watch the next crafter. Her name is Crafting It Vintage by Kim. And for some reason, my phone just will not tag, but her page name is up in there. And if you're on the Crafty Bunch, just refresh and you'll be good to go. All right, so we've just tucked something in there. We could put a little something here. What about, let's just make a $100 bill belly band right on the back of that. Okay, so I'm just gonna stick that here on the back. All right, so we just glue the two sides, and then just so I don't forget, I'm just gonna put some money through it so I see it, just like that. All right, this is it. We're just about finished. I'm so excited. My goal is to get this book completely finished before we meet again. We'll do a flip through, and then we're ready to move on to some other things. So thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you so, so, so very much. I need kind of a heavyweight page here for this one. So let's go here to the resume, and let's put this giant pocket in. And I'm gonna do this glued top and bottom. So again, just by gluing it that way, we have another space that we can slide some things in. Tuck that Monopoly guy in there so I don't forget he's in there. All right, love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow for memory decks. I may see you later tonight, depending. It's gonna be a great week. Hang on and watch some more Crafty Bunch. I'll see you later.